About 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid collided with Earth. The collisions caused a mass extinction, which destroys all the non-avian dinosaurs. Now scientists are declaring that they have traced the origin of this space destroyer. Analysis. Metal isotopes scattered from the collision showed that asteroid is moving from the outer solar system beyond Jupiter. This is revealed in the report of the researchers in the journal Science. The authors also observed 5 other asteroid impacts. They found out that everything formed by space rocks that formed in the inner solar system. I find these results very convincing, said Steve Desch. Steve Desch is an astrophysicist at Arizona State University who did not contribute to the findings. The results of these results fits perfectly with a lot of other evidence. This paper presents a series of isotope analysis. The fantastic, said David Kring. He is a scientist. The Lunar and Planetary Institute. Kring originally connected impact craters with mass extinction events. You need to understand the origin of objects like this if you will assess the danger in the future. Exactly, said Kring. Earth has suffered 5 mass extinctions in its history, including one extinction about 250 million years ago, the so-called Great Death, when it was all, unless about 5% of life on Earth went extinct. Recent events is the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. Asteroid that is fracturing, known as the Chicxulub collider, estimated to be between 9.6 kilometers and 19.3 kilometers wide. But because of his high speed, it forms a crater over 145 kilometers wide. Chicxulub traveling at a speed of 250 kilometers per second. This asteroid have the strength, which is the equivalent of 10,000 times the nuclear arsenal. According to NASA, Chicxulub hit the Earth on the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico at the moment, in what is now crater. After an asteroid hits, about 80 of all animal species went extinct. The impact would eject unexpected amounts of soot and steam to the atmosphere of soot blanketing the world beneath, and triggered mass deaths. These impacts completely changed the picture of our planet and led to the rise of mammalian life, said Mario Fischer-God. Mario Fischer-God was the lead author of the study. Other than that, the impact releases the precipitating metal on the ground all over the planet. The metal is now preserved in layers of stone, which marks when the impact occurred. It lies between the era of Cretaceous and the Paleogene in the geological record. This is known as the KPG. One of these metals is ruthenium, rare on Earth, but common in meteorites. Relative number of ruthenium isotopes in an asteroid hinges on its origin in space. Carolyn Grahamling from Science News. So, the team researched grade 7 isotopes of plutonium at the K or PG boundary, to find a sign of the origin of the asteroid Chicxulub. Idea for this research, born from the premise that if the type of meteorite can be distinguished according to its plutonium isotopic composition, enrichment, elements like ruthenium in boundary layers comes from outside the Earth. Ruthenium isotope data from boundary layer samples will provide information on the type of collider, said Fischer-God. Scientists took samples from various locations at the KPG, as well as 5 other impact sites. Boundary samples have isotope signatures of plutonium, which is similar to carbon-rich meteorites formed in the system, the outer solar. This stuff shows that the famous asteroid that also came from out there, other impact locations, more consistent with asteroids than inner solar system, which has more silicate minerals. The interpretation of the paper is nothing new, said Richard J. Walker. Walker was a geochemist at the University of Maryland, but this study presents the determination of, which is much stronger, that the Chicxulub stacker is a carbonaceous asteroid. This research also shows that the stacker was not a comet, as previously hypothesized by some researchers. This study supports evidence of previous that the impact was indeed caused by an asteroid and was very successful in proving it.